Okay, Mr. President, Lady Captain, members and guests, may I present to you your captain for 2017, Peter Terence the Stig Hopkinson. Okay, so before I begin my presentation, can I just say that Jean and I were somewhat handicapped when it came to sourcing photos of Peter. It seems our new captain wanted to remain an enigma. So we've had to utilise artistic licence with some of the images. However, I will be giving you a clue with my ping pong bat. Very simple. Okay, ready to start. Peter Terence Hopkinson was born in Keyworth on the 10th of November 1957. His parents, Lillian and Dennis, were already blessed with Dennis Jr., Mick, Margaret and Sandra. Peter completed their family. Peter's early learning days were at the Cotgrave Church School, then Manvers Junior. His secondary education was at Toot Hill in Bingham in its first year as a comprehensive. The secondary modern pupils still wore green blazers, whereas the new kids' uniform consisted of a black blazer. This dark colour proved a practical choice, as all new pupils were treated to a welcome dip in the school pond by the music block. In 1974, Peter became an employee of the Greater Nottingham Co-op. Surprisingly enough, his career actually began in sales on the men's tailoring department. He then transferred to the Colt garage in Beechdale. Christmas 1979, Peter, along with his best friend Dave Wright, gate-crashed a party hosted by Jean's brother. Their eyes met across the crowded room amidst the Christmas light and mistletoe. They quickly realised they had much in common, as Peter was very keen on stock car racing. He soon discovered that Jean's elder brother was also involved in the same sport at the much coveted Formula One level. Peter felt it was not only Christmas, but his birthday as well. As the relationship blossomed, many hours were spent designing, building, transporting and racing their own Formula 2 car with various degrees of success. The team racing number was 522. They travelled to lots of exotic locations, including Skegness and Nuneaton. Rather strangely, the trailer always suffered a puncture at a certain time into the length of the journey. This puzzled both Peter and Jean for many weeks, until eventually Mr. Diagnostic, as he later became known, sussed out the cause of the problem to a rough wheel rim. This impressed Jean greatly. Jean was also aware of Peter's riding skills. Not that he actually liked horses, but he did know one end of a saddle from another, and was a competent hacker at the local stables. By 1981, Peter had started to help out on Jean's father's farm, based in Cotgrave. He also utilised his creative and engineering skills to design and manufacture show jumps. This kept him busy, but even better, endearing him more than ever to Jean. They married in 1983 at Cotgrave Church. Peter had asked for some golf clubs as his wedding gift from his new wife. Keen to honour and obey, Peter was duly presented with a brand new set. He began playing when farm commitments would allow with his father-in-law, and in 1984 Peter became a member at Ratcliffe Golf Club, proposed by Dr. Simon Holmes and Paul Spencer. Now this was a long time ago. In 1985, Peter began his career with Trent Buses as an engineer. This gave him the opportunity to play with all sorts of vehicles much larger than the stock cars he'd enjoyed racing with Jean. So much so that for her 30th birthday treat, he arranged for Jean to have a driving day with a double-decker bus. Believe it or not, Jean really loved the experience.
I did, honest. Could have picked a better one, but yeah.
In 1986, Peter and Jean became proud parents to Ben, then to Zoe in 1988. A few years later, in 2001, Peter and Jean were planning a trip to Australia. However, a beautiful surprise arrived, namely Megan.
Could have had one in the barrel.
On reflection, the holiday might have proved more economical. As Peter and Jean embarked on a large building project to accommodate their new and much-loved family member. It was a busy time in the Hopkinson household, and Peter excelled with his DIY skills, working on the plumbing, rewiring and fitting the new kitchen, while still managing to work full-time as team leader at Trent Buses. Legs are too long for you, Peter. In 2003, Peter opted for a change of career in the field of pest control. This was very short-lived due to his naturally humane nature. Basically, he couldn't kill anything. By 2004, Trent Buses had asked Peter back to the fold to be their engineering manager, based at Langley Mill. He returned to the Nottingham depot in 2006 and was then promoted to area engineering manager in 2009 to oversee a number of depots. Peter is meticulous and precise by nature. He's a good listener and thoughtful with his words and actions. As a result, he is held in the highest regard by all who work with him. I first met Peter in the mid-1990s. So along with two former members, aka Giggly Gary and Kinky Keith, we became a regular four-ball. Very optimistic. We had a huge amount of fun and enjoyed much banter on the course. As our good ladies had also become friends, we had some great get-togethers. Many of these soirees were hosted by Peter and Jean. A relaxed and fun atmosphere, plus a great feast, would always be guaranteed. Whilst Peter will be playing a huge part here at the club, and we know he will do a great job, he also has lots to look forward to at home. It is going to be a very big year with the arrival of his first grandchild in May, his youngest daughter's 16th birthday in June,
August.
sorry, August, plus a rather significant birthday of his own in November. And it's not 50. Peter has always shown much pride and enthusiasm for any pursuit or interest that his children take up. He will encourage them and quietly ensure they are going about fulfilling their current goal or dream in the appropriate manner. Whilst this support is much appreciated, it is the practical side of Peter that will always be in demand. Painting and decorating a new house, fixing the washing machine, and of course maintaining the car are all his skills of excellence. Ben and Sarah, Zoe and Adam, and of course Megan, are in no doubt as to who's your daddy. Before I finish and ask Peter to come up, I'll just have a few thank yous. The entire Rowney family for the music and PowerPoint presentation, past captains for the Guard of Honour, Melvin for the load of the cars, members of the Winter League for all their assistance this morning, Craig for measuring the drive, Jill Gamble for collating the sponsorship money, thank you Jill, Lady Captain Judith for supplying the drinks on the 18th and the first tee, Glenys Armstrong for the table flowers, Fran Ebling for retrieving the golf balls, Jan Dolby for being our other glamour girl, presenting the bottle of champagne to our junior captain, Damien, Joe and Paul for providing the helmets, Dave Archer and Heather Lee for supplying the flags, Chris Tejan and Norman Foster for starting and completing the race, my wife Fiona for all the help she's given me, Mike Shaw for the artwork outside, Rick Wilson for sourcing the tyres, Dave Stiles for the photography, Stuart Blodis and Andy Townend for videoing the proceedings, Jean and Jeff for providing the information, all the bar staff, Kieran, June, Tim and Lucy. Finally, a thank you to Chris, Gilbert and Peter for a very interesting round earlier today. A humdinger of a match. And I can announce the result as Peter and I just picked Chris and Gilbert on the last. I hope you enjoyed this insight into the life of our new club captain. And join with me in wishing him very good luck for a happy and memorable year. Thank you.